5, 4, 3.
Were we really prepared for Hurricane Katrina? Some people say that we were, and some people say that we were not ready. No matter how prepared we were, or we thought we were, no one was ready for the catastrophic damage that the hurricane brought on shore. Some of the hardest hit areas include Biloxi, Mississippi, New Orleans, Louisiana, and some other Mississippi towns in between. All in all, the hardest hit area was New Orleans. New Orleans was a small town that took the major hit from the category. New Orleans had made the statement that they need all the help that they can get from people around. They have called out with a plea asking for anyone who can to send them food, supplies, and water. They have 25,000 stranded people and they need help getting them out. Some of the people in New Orleans have finally realized that they will never go home to the things that they left behind. The realization has come to everyone that there will never be a New Orleans, or at least not the same New Orleans that it once was. The town is completely underwater and everything is destroyed. The big problem with New Orleans is that they are trying to get everyone out of the town because of the toxic chemicals. The mayor has told everyone that they have got to leave. The city is trying to get people out, but it is a slow-moving process with only a few buses and a helicopter. It makes it even slower when they have got people who are mad and upset, who are shooting at each other and even shooting at the emergency workers who are trying to save them. We want New Orleans to know that we are trying to help them and we are trying to do all that we can to get them out and get them back to a somewhat normal life. Another major issue in New Orleans is the fact of the alligators and the snakes. Alligators are starting to come on shore and eat people and anything that moves. The alligators are waiting, they're staying close to the house and they're waiting on people, as they die or as people shoot them so that they can eat them because they don't really have anywhere to go. Another major concern for New Orleans people is the toxic chemicals that are floating around in the water. They are concerned for people's health because of all the caskets that have floated to the top and the gas lines. They have said that the water and the dead bodies are bringing mosquitoes and other insects that carry deadly diseases that are killing people. The last major concern for the people is what is going to happen to their families. They are trying to get their families together and move to new states and start their lives over. They know that what they left in New Orleans isn't there anymore, and when they left on their evacuation route, they're never going home to New Orleans again. They've moved away for good, and they're moving to other states to rebuild, so people need to take them in and just be nice to them and take care of them. The people of New Orleans are in a mess with the problem that they have encountered, and we hope that they can save everyone there and make the town somewhat what it used to be.
Good.
Are you ready?
No.
Okay, you're
yes.
on. In 5, 4, 3.
Are you ever too old to have a little fun? I think not. Are you ever too old to climb through tunnels and only to get to the top and go full speed down a slide? I say never. One place kids go and dream about and never forget is Chuck E. Cheese's. The problem is that once you get too old, that dream dies, and it should never die. Chuck E. Cheese is probably the third most famous mouse in America, only behind Mickey Mouse and Mighty Mouse. They make large amounts of profits alluring children in to come in and play and eat their pizza. But who could blame a child for this? Chuck E. Cheese has playgrounds, arcades, rides, and the best pizza ever. There is never a dull moment when you go there. It's the place where the slogan is, where a kid can be a kid, and they do exactly that. Chuck E. Cheese is like a paradise on earth for children, but most adults have or never will be able to live through this dream. When adults go to Chuck E. Cheese's, they have a feeling of nostalgia of how life used to be, whether or not they had ever actually gone to Chuck E. Cheese's as a child or not. Most adults today take their children to Chuck E. Cheese's and start to wonder. I wonder what it's like to jump through a ball pit and not worry about work or the kids. Teenagers also have the same feelings. Every time they drive past a Chuck E. Cheese, the only thing holding them back in going and climbing through a playground is Chuck E. Cheese's safety policy. At Chuck E. Cheese, they are really big on safety, which they need to be. There is always some sort of restrictions on how young or how short you must be to play on their playgrounds. Most adults are shot down before they even have the chance. So they have to sit and watch the screaming kids laugh and run around, which is not my idea of fun. This experience of having to sit and watch the kids is enough torture to make adults dream die. Sure, the adults are allowed to play in the arcade, but you can go play in an arcade in many places, such as movie theaters, restaurants, and bowling alleys. Most of the time, it's the same games over and over again, and sure, there are playgrounds at fast food restaurants and local parks, but none of them are even the same league as Chuck E. Cheese's. The worst age to be at is the age range between 13 and 17, because you still remember having the amazing time when you went to Chuck E. Cheese's, but you're still not allowed to go on the playground. And what kind of parent wants to take his 16-year-old kid and watch him play at Chuck E. Cheese's? In conclusion, adults need to find a way to live like a kid and find it fast. Life is too stressful not to, and before you know it, it would have passed you by and will be incapable to do the things such as climbing and jumping. You only live once, so live this memorable and have no regrets.
Cut.
This is Eric, and my topic is about filming. I have a couple of questions I'd like to ask. First one is, what do filmers have to sacrifice to think that a filmer doesn't have to sacrifice anything? They think all you have to do is get in a plane, go to the side and pick up a camera and press record. It will just slip their mind of what a filmer really has to do. Filmers have to go through everything a host or reporter goes through. An example for this would be a show on the Discovery Channel called Going Tribal, where the host accompanies native men on their hunting expedition. The men start sprinting to catch their prey, so the host tries to keep up with them, but by the time the hunters catch the prey, the host is huddled over trying to catch his breath. The cameraman is most likely in the same position, except as he was running, he still had to keep a good view of what the host was doing. And instead of being able to rest like the host, he had to keep the camera rolling at a good angle. Filmers will go throughout the world for long periods of time if necessary. If they accept a job, they have to leave everything behind on hold until they return. And some will put their lives at risk, either by going into a jungle with domestic animals or in extreme weather. People who go into the jungle risk being bitten by possible poisonous animals, like spiders or snakes. They are easier targets because they have their focus on keeping the camera steady and in a good shot, so they could end up stepping on a snake. And people who take their chances in extreme weather, like very cold climates, can endanger their health and in worst case scenarios can be in avalanches if they're on a mountain. And my other question is, why do people film? In my opinion, when you are finished with the movie, you get a sense of pride for creating something. It's a great feeling when you see all the different shots being pieced together. And another reason is that people will enjoy the movie you have made. And that is why I did my documentary on filming.
Cut. Tell them.
Soccer devotion. People don't give you a break when you're on the field, even if you are the best friend. Some players are really devoted to what they are doing on the field. Soccer is a very devoted sport that some people really enjoy a lot. When you are out on the field, don't hold anything back, and that goes to everyone. Most of you soccer players have really hurt someone if they have gotten your way. Well, some people are really into soccer, and they have been playing for years. That's why some people get hurt from other people. I know some people that are really devoted, that when I get on the field with them, they want to kill people if people are the same way with them. Soccer devotion, most people that have played soccer for a long time have this devotion. Soccer is a sport that not many people play because they think it's for sissies, but it takes a lot of hard work like most of your sports do. Most of your sports require a lot of running, but soccer is better sport for running. Some people are devoted to soccer, that they live, sleep, and eat it, and they play all year long, which is very strange for young players like us. When playing soccer, be so devoted that you are willing to play anytime you are asked to play for every school, team, and everything. Some players even go pro, which is very hard to do. The player kicks the ball and scores. Fairview Jackets win.
This Friday night, come join the excitement and be a part of the team. The football players have been preparing for this moment the whole summer. They have spent a lot of their summer lifting weights and going to practices. Here today we have a football player to see what it's like from the player's point of view. What do you like about the game?
I get to hit people for the fun of it.
Do you think we will win this Friday night?
Of course, we always win. It'll be a hard game though.
What is the best part about the game?
It's a hard one. Being with your friends is being able to hit somebody and not get in trouble for it.
Does it help you when people come to support you and yell for you during the game?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. There are many great reasons why you should go to the game. It is so exciting. You can also hang out with your friends and catch up on the latest gossip. And if you want to, you can look at the cute football players. And you will it's guaranteed that you will get absorbed in the game and even become a part of the game itself. So far, we haven't lost a game yet, due to all your cheering and support in the long dedicated summer that the football players spent practicing. Also, come support your school's cheerleaders. After the game, you can continue the fun and excitement at the fifth quarter. There will be music and food, and there will also be fun games to play. Get a group of your friends to go and have fun with. Be sure to get there early so you can be sure and get your tickets, not have to wait in line. Also, so you can get there and find a seat with your friends. Also, don't forget to bring some extra money so you can get some snacks from the concession stand. Be sure to come support your team this Friday night. Cut. 5, 4, 3.
Drugs. Drugs is one of the most worst things a person can do. There are all kinds of drugs. But what does all these things have in common? It could ruin a person's life, even on their first try. Oh yeah. Not just older people do it, all young kids do it too. Why do the kids do it? I do not know. Do they do it to be cool? Well, no one knows. We as a community need to step in and help stop the madness. You need to start questioning your kids. I think we need to have a drug prevention class in all schools. The more kids know about drugs, I think the less they'll do them. If that doesn't work, you need to get your kids in some sports or after-school activities. That will help because they need to be focused and be in shape for those activities. And if we can get drugs off the streets, then the less we will have kids doing drugs. And if drugs get off the streets, it would make the world a better place. And thank you.
Recording. 5, 4, 3.
Why is homecoming so important to the student body? Homecoming around Fairview High is one of the biggest and most exciting events. Homecoming isn't just one day, it's a whole week. Some of the events include a dance, a parade, a pep rally, and most important of all is the football game. The main event everyone focuses on is the football game. The homecoming football game is one of, if not the biggest game of the year. During homecoming week, football is on everyone's mind. During halftime, there will be a homecoming court. Homecoming court has 1 freshman, 1 sophomore, 1 junior, and 4 seniors. Only the seniors can become queen, but only one can win, so who will it be? Also, we have a mock homecoming, which is when the boys dress up as girls and the girls dress up as guys. Every year, as a tradition, there is always a homecoming parade. Each grade makes a float that represents each grade level. Also, the students are able to ride in or drive their cars to show off school spirit. The kids start out at Fairview Ballpark and go to all of the schools, finishing at Fairview High. After the parade, there are many festivities. Then at night is when the homecoming game, court, and queen all occur. So as you can see, homecoming is an awesome event and everyone has a great time. So come out this year to see some Jacket Pride. That's all for this edition. This is Sloan Mitchell reporting for The Buzz.
Shut.
Here's my number.
Oh, you gotta go.
Show them the number.
20.
Oh, who's 20? Who's 20?
Who's 20?
23.
And what
Oh, it's somebody in my group. I know it is. Somebody in my group. I remember 20. I remember 20. Don't lie. It's you. Yeah, it's you. It's Jonathan.
Like 6.
I'll
It's
go.
Jonathan.
We'll go. We'll volunteer.
It's Jonathan.
I'll go. Oh, you want to go too?
Jonathan, his number
He
got
doesn't
drawn.
want to go.
Jonathan.
He said, you want to go? He's like, no.
Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah, I
If
drew
you
his
read
number.
the story, it's going to be all wrong, dude.
Huh?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Middle school football. Will and Cody tried out for football in grade school. They weren't in the greatest health. In the first 2 weeks, they weren't doing too good in practice. Then at the first game, Cody and Will were on the defensive line. They did okay for the first game. Going into the first of the season, Cody got hit blindsided and had a concussion, so he couldn't play the rest of the season. Will didn't like playing without his best friend, but he still played, and he was playing in the middle of the season. Will hurt himself in practice one day, right before the game, but he still played in the game. Then one of the other teammates saw that he was hurt in the rib area, and then the next play, the other teammate went head up on Will, and Will didn't see him coming and hit Will under the chest pads right where he got hurt in practice that day. They had to take Will to the hospital to get x-rays. After the x-rays, the doctor came into the room and told Will that the football season was over for him. So Will went home and told Cody that he couldn't play anymore. So the boys decided to go to all the games and watch and cheer for their friends playing.
Cut.
Recording. 5, 4, 3.
Hurricane Katrina completely destroys the city of New Orleans. Once Hurricane Katrina died, the people of New Orleans thought that they did a good job saving the city from a very wet disaster. That was till the levees that pumped the extra water out of the city broke. Now the city is completely underwater. The number of stranded people throughout the city is outrageous. These people have been days without food and water. Crime is all over the city as everyone struggles to get out of the city alive. Hurricane aid is trying to be given to the people of this disaster, but there is only so much you can do. The only thing we can do at this point is take it day by day and hope we get everyone out safely. The big question now is if this city will ever be alive again.
Cut.
My name is Daniel Doak, and I'm here with Isaac Hewlin, a local skateboarder, and I'm going to be asking him some questions about what he does in his everyday skateboarding life, and let's hear what he has to say. So Isaac, how long have you been skateboarding?
Well, I've probably been skateboarding for about 2 or 3 years. I haven't been skateboarding here lately though, but I'm gonna start skateboarding a little bit again.
Alrighty. Of that time, how many tricks would you say that you have learned and mastered to where you do not fall down anymore?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of tricks. I don't know if I can name them, but like the first one I learned though was kickflip. I'll name a couple of them though. Like kickflip, I can kickflip barrel, double kickflip, forward slide, 50-50, 5-0, and stuff like that.
Alrighty. Well, what would you say is your favorite trick
out of all those that you have just named? And if you don't have a favorite, like, what is the hardest for you to learn?
Well, it's hard. I don't really have a favorite, but I guess if I had to pick one, it'd probably be a double kickflip, and it's the most recent one I've learned to land, so it's probably also the hardest for me to land right now.
Alrighty. What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 about skateboarding?
Probably a 6 or 7.
Very nice. Alright. Who do you like to skateboard with?
I like to skateboard with Zach, because if he can't get something, he gets real mad. And it's just funny when he gets mad, because he'll like throw his board and everything, and he'll turn red, and it's funny when he does.
Have y'all made any movies, or how many movies have you made, if you've made any?
Well, we started a couple, but we never really finished them. We plan on making one sometime soon, though. Probably sometime this weekend or so.
Yeah, I hear I'm going to be in that video. So, alright. That's it.
Cut. Recording. 5, 4, 3.
Hi, I'm back with Chris Hall here, and my name is Bobby Newman. And so we're going to talk to you a little about skateboarding today. So, Chris, how long have you been skateboarding?
Well, I've only been skating about a year and a half. Well, yeah, about a year and a half.
Really? Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I've came a long way for only a year and a half.
Have you had some hard falls in the process?
Oh yeah, I've just tore out each side of my ankle. Like my left ankle's been fractured. Wait, no, my right ankle's been fractured once. Sprained my right one 8 times. My left one 6 times. So yeah.
Interesting. So, how good have you gotten in these past years?
Well, I guess you could say I'm pretty good. The hardest thing I've ever done is 9 stair. Gaylord Entertainment Center. That one hurt.
So, what kind of board do you like the most?
Well, I've had a variety of boards. The one that I like the most, though, is my Seraphim boards. I've had about 4 or 5 of them. But yeah.
Now, tell me, are you afraid of heights?
No.
Okay, that's good. Have you ever been to any skate parks?
Yeah, the 6th Avenue skate park. Really good skate park. I'm known there. Known by a lot of people. I'm pretty good there. I know how to skate the park, so yeah, it's a good park.
So, what's your main interest? Vert, street, all around?
Straight.
Street?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm an all-around skater because whenever you go to the skate park, it's more of a vert place, but
Right.
But I'm usually skating the street, like stairs, drops, anything you can think of.
So, what is your favorite thing to skate? Like a drop, stair set?
Stair set.
Stair set? That's good. So,
Yeah.
how many movies have you made?
I've made 3. 1 starring you,
Yes.
1 starring Matt Wilkes, and 1 starring me.
So, I've heard you're also an editor in these movies.
Yeah, got the own equipment myself. It took me about 8 hours to edit the first one. About, I guess you could say 5.5 on the second one, and then a good 7.5 on the third one. So.
Well, there you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth. Chris Hall, skateboarder.
Cut. Recording. 5, 4, 3.
So, Bobby, how does it feel to be on this show?
Pretty good.
Well, he's a local Fairview skater, and today we're going to be talking to him about what he does every day. So, Bobby, what do you do?
Well, normally, if it's like a weekend, I don't have school or nothing, I'll just hop in a car, my mom or something, my brother, go out, find a good skate spot, get out and see what I can do with it.
All right. Well, what's the hardest trick that you've ever tried to do?
That would probably be Indy 360.
Well, what do you fancy the most? Street, vert, all around?
Well, I like all around. I like vert mainly because you don't have to push a lot and it's a lot easier, but it is still hard because you have to keep momentum.
True. I've had some mighty falls doing that myself.
Yeah, then street's also good because, you know, you get a lot more variety in things and more tricks. You can do more tricks off the things, so.
Well, what's the biggest thing that you've ever done?
Probably a 7-stair here by the high school, and so that was pretty easy actually.
Yeah. Well, have you ever started any videos?
Yeah, one, and I've actually held the camera and filmed a little bit of another one, so.
Yeah, well, how many injuries have you had?
Too many to count, Chris, too many to count.
Well, what's the worst one that you've had?
Worst one I've had was probably going off a picnic table, actually. Yeah, you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I tried to 180 off that actually, and came down, and my right ankle just went completely under the board and rolled just like that. And
Yeah. Well, who knows? Anything can happen.
Yep, but most important thing is just to get back up on that horse and try again.
Yep. Well, this is Chris Hall and Bobby Newman.
Coach.
Scotch.
5, 4,
Scotch.
3.
Hi, I'm Joe Lawson. Skateboarding can be a fun activity for after school, but it can also be a dangerous one. Watch as I interview Mitch, who has been in or witnessed a skateboarding accident. Hi Mitch, how are you?
Joe, I'm doing just fine.
Doing fine? Okay, so Mitch, have you ever been in a serious skateboarding accident?
Actually, Joe, I have been in a skateboarding accident before. I was going down a hill too fast, caught a rock, and skating on my hands and elbows pretty bad.
Have any of your friends ever been in a skateboarding accident?
Actually, I heard a story. I wasn't there, but a friend of mine was going down a hill, and a really steep hill. He's not very good at going down hills, and he bit it pretty bad. He tore up his elbows, arms, wrists, legs, everything.
What made you take up skateboarding as a hobby?
Well, my friend was into it, and I don't know, me and a bunch of friends were looking for a hobby to get into, so, you know, we just kind of, I don't know, we were looking for a hobby, and I don't know, we just got into it.
Where do you skate at?
I skate around subdivisions that are, like, nicely paved.
What are some precautions that you take before you skate?
Well, you should wear a helmet and knee pads, elbow pads. I don't wear anything, but you should wear that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, thanks for being with us, Mitch. That seems to be all the time that we have. I guess we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Alright, we're on in 5, 4, 3.
Hi, I'm Zach Hall. Today I will be interviewing someone about the famous sport of skateboarding. First off, let me tell you a little bit about skateboarding. Skateboarding was started in the 1960s when people just used a 2x4 and roller skate wheels. Since then, skateboarding has become very popular over the world. Although skateboarding looks easy, it is actually very difficult to master. It can also be very pricey unless you are sponsored. Now, I'm going to interview Justin Castro. So, Justin, why do you skate?
Oh, because I have nothing better to do.
Okay. Have you ever had an injury?
Yeah, I've had a whole bunch. Mostly just like, I've had like one broken bone and mostly just scrapes and cuts.
So, how long have you been skating?
About 4 years.
What drives you to skate?
I don't know, I just went to the skate park with my dad one day and saw people skating and it made me want to skate.
So, who do you like to skate with?
There's a couple people, mostly like Ben, Zach, Kramer, and Isaac, I guess. My brother.
So what's your favorite type of skateboard?
Probably girl skateboards.
Yeah. So that's all the questions I have for Justin. So I hope this taught you a little bit about skateboarding. Yeah.
Cut. Alright. We're on in 5, 4, 3.
Hi, I'm Mitch Rainey. Today we're going to be talking about the rising popularity of basketball. Today, we're going to have our own Joe Logston, but we're going to have him on later. You probably have to be in the best shape of your life to play basketball. And many people play it for exercise and many other reasons. To play in leagues, and it's even a professional sport. And now we're going to speak with our own Joe Logston. Hello, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing good, Mitch. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, Joe. Thanks for being on the show today.
You're welcome.
Joe, how long have you played basketball?
Probably about 2 years now.
2 years. So, do you play on any organized sports teams?
Yeah, I play for the CRA every year, so it's pretty cool.
Why do you think basketball is becoming a more popular sport?
Probably because most people are just, people are starting to learn it from an early age, and more people enjoy it as they get older. And, yeah, it's just a pretty fun sport.
Do you get a good workout, good exercise when you play basketball?
I sweat like a pig.
Yeah, we all do. Thanks, Joe, for that interview.
You're welcome, Mitch.
And yeah, that's all the time we have for today. Till next time, Mitch Rainey.
Got 5, 4, 3. Today we are going to talk about video games. Have they taken over the young minds and older minds of America and other countries? Are they a bad thing or are they a good thing? Are the older, more innocent video games a good thing? Are they a bad thing? Or do the ones that serve a purpose of violence and real life, as they so call it, serve a better purpose? Which one is it? I've interviewed Zach Hall, and I'm going to ask him some questions. Okay. Do you play video games?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you get a sense of pride when you're playing a video game?
Not when I'm playing. Not when I beat a game, yeah. I guess.
What are your favorite games?
Halo, I guess Fable.
How many hours a week do you play video games?
Well, I used to play like 5 hours a week, maybe 10 hours. Now I just play like 3.
All right. All right. A PhD has said, this is PhD David Walsh, that video games will turn 30 years old in 2002, which all started with Pong. And he also said 79% of American children now play computer or video games on a regular basis. Children between ages of 7 and 17 play for an average of 8 hours a week. So you fit right in. Well, David Walsh says a lot of people play it. He likes video games, so I think his survey serves well. And that's all the time I have today. Thank you for being with us, Zach, and see you next time.
Cut.
Whenever you get dressed for any occasion, you should never leave your personal style behind. Styles in other countries have been characterized by freedom from change, and ancient Greek and Roman clothes are preserved for the same following lines for centuries. Fashion may be said to have originated in Europe about the 14th century.
New styles were set by monarchs and were spread by travelers and also by descriptions and letters. The first fashion magazine originated in 1586 in Frankfurt, Germany. The 1970s and 1980s saw the beginning of more divergent trends in fashion. This was the result of increasing popularity of ready-to-wear collections by major designers, which made fashion label conscious dressing possible for the middle class. Successful clothing designers widened their design horizons, licensed their names, and put their distinctive marks on objects ranging from furniture to cars, fabrics, and perfumes. The look of luxuriance that emerged in the 1980s was countered in the 1990s with the production by the garment industries of New York, Los Angeles, and other cities. Women are probably more concerned about fashion than men are. Women in the business industry need to have polished professional looks. Find out which looks give you a polished professional look and which fashions can be a career killer. Women's goal to getting dressed for work is to project a professional, competent image, regardless of your employment level or career path. The styles, colors, lengths, and fit of your fashion choices will speak volumes about your ability to do your job. If you are concerned about your career, you will be more concerned with looking professional than looking cute or trendy. In general, the more distracting a piece of clothing or jewelry is, the less appropriate it is for office wear. Color plays a big part in professional image. Traditional career colors include red, navy, gray, and black. Most of these colors work well in skirts and shoes. Also mix black with softer feminine colors that are appropriate like ice blue, soft pink, and ivory. Loud colors like hot pink and wild prints are much more riskier in the office, but some creative types can still pull them off. Jewelry that jangles like chandelier earrings. Also, slouchy handbags look sloppy. Choose structured styles that project an organized image. Most of what constitutes a polished image is in the details, like manicured nails, run-free hose, scuff-free shoes, and neat hair. Fit is everything when you're talking about tailored work clothes. Pants should be fitted, skirts should be loose enough to sit down comfortably, jackets should be able to be buttoned, and blouses shouldn't gap between buttonholes. Designer labels are great, but heavier logoed clothing and accessories look cluttered in the workplace. A small designer bag is fine, but a logo trench coat looks ridiculous. Choose well-made items that are free from obvious designer labels for the most professional look. If you don't know where to start working on your career image, you're not alone. Most companies don't have specific guidelines about what to wear to work. One of the best clues to company dress codes is what your boss wears. Some organizations encourage employees to dress as well or better than the customers, especially for salespeople. Overall, fashions is what you make of it, so just have some fun and be yourself. For the final words of this broadcast, I'm going to interview Ryan Collins. So, what's your fashion?
A football jersey, some khaki pants, and my Spider-Man shorts that I got on sale.
I guess that's all.
Hi, I'm Trevor Mullins. I'm here interviewing Ben Gerald about skating. Let's see what he has to say. So Ben, why do you like skating so much?
Because it's a extreme sport.
How long have you been skating?
About 2 years.
How'd you get involved with it?
I started skateboarding, and then my friend showed me skating, and I started skating.
How many days of the week do you skate?
About every day.
Where do you skate at?
Around Fairview, but mostly Roundtree.
What is the best trick you have ever landed?
Probably a fakie 720 off my back porch.
How many handrails have you grinded?
3 or 4.
What type of grind did you do?
A soul and a royale.
How many staircases have you jumped?
About 4 or 5.
Well, what's your favorite handrail or staircase?
The library.
Why are they your favorite handrail staircase?
Because they don't really get on to you. They kick you out.
Do you ever skate anywhere besides Fairview?
Bellevue.
Alright. What is your favorite skate spot in Fairview?
Probably the rec center.
Have you ever skated at a skate park?
Yeah.
Name them.
Triple X, Rocket Town, and Wave Country Skate Park.
What is your favorite?
Triple X.
Why is that?
Because it's like the oldest one in Nashville.
Skating your favorite thing to do?
Pretty much.
Can anything top it?
No.
Do you skate with anybody at your house?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Justin. That's about it.
What is your favorite brand of skates?
Razor.
Why do you like them?
Because they're smooth.
What are your favorite type of wheels?
4x4.
Alright. From a scale from 1 to 10, how good do you think you are?
6 or 7.
You must be pretty good then. Do you have any siblings who skate?
Those my brothers.
Who's your favorite skater and why?
Chris Haffey, because he's crazy.
Who's your favorite skateboarder and why?
Mark Appleyard.
Alright. Thanks, Ben, for taking your time for me to do this interview. And I'm Carrie Mullins, and this interview is over.
5, 4, 3.
Ron and James were both very good friends. They had been friends since they were 3 years old. They both liked football, but they never tried out for a team. So one day they started to practice so they could join a team. They practiced for about a week. Then they were walking to the store for some sodas one day when they saw a poster that said football tryouts on Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. They had 2 more days to get ready. Ryan decided to try out for linebacker, and James decided to try out for defensive end. They practiced the whole weekend. Finally, it was tryout day. They got Ryan's mom to drive them to tryouts at the practice field. But when they got there, they found out there were about 60 kids trying out and only 25 roster spots. Ryan practiced as hard as he could for all 5 days. James didn't try as hard. On Thursday, the team had an inter-squad scrimmage to see who could play where. Ryan was at linebacker and came up to make the tackle when he rolled his ankle. He pulled 2 ligaments. He was out for about 3 days. The coach posted the rosters up. Ryan and James went over to the rosters. They looked from top to bottom and bottom to top. Ryan, it said, Ryan made the team. They kept looking but didn't see James's name. He didn't make the team. Ryan was more upset than James. James said, "It's okay, Ryan. You deserve to be on the team." "I didn't try hard enough," said James. "Just wait till next year," James said. As the football team went on, James cheered the team on and guaranteed to be on the team next year.
5, 4, 3.
There are over 1 million people that live in New Orleans. Today, not a toilet was flushed, a light turned on, or a running car. Hurricane Katrina has struck through the coast of New Orleans. She hit Monday morning and left the once proud city into about 400 square miles of desolation, uncountable dollars worth of damage, and thousands of people homeless. The boat would pull literally hundreds of homeless people to a bridge, where they decided their fate. 2,500 of the police's highest priority is evacuating the survivors, but they don't even take a second glance at the scattered dead within the trees. The flood went into the sewer and graves and dug them up and turned the city into a waste dump. The floodwater first reached the shoreline at approximately 8 o'clock in the morning, first damaging an oil well. The city is already below sea level, and when the flood hit it, it filled the city up like a bathtub.
Hi, I'm Ben Jarrell, and I'm here with Kramer Mullins. So, Kramer, what kind of spot do you like to skate?
Well, like to skate at the high school, the middle school, but especially my house.
Yeah. What kind of gear do you use when skating?
Well, decks, I use girl boards, blinds, black labels, and dark stars. Wheels, I mainly use Defy wheels.
Okay. What skate parks have you been to?
Rocket Town and Grace Extreme.
What do you like about those skate parks?
Well, Grace Extreme went too good, but I like Rocket Town because they have some big ramps.
Have you met anyone really good at one of those skate parks?
No. Well, I met Boo. That's it.
Who is your favorite skateboarder?
Rodney Mullen,
Why?
because he's invented so many tricks.
Why do you skateboard?
Because it's fun.
What is your favorite board to skate with out of all of them?
Girl skateboards.
Why do you skateboard?
Because it's fun. And it's an extreme sport.
What do you think about Defy wheels?
I think they're pretty good.
Do you know of any local awesome skaters?
Ben Blaylock.
How good do you think he is?
Really good.
Have you ever met any pros while doing such an extreme sport, and if so, who?
Nobody.
Kramer, what are all of the tricks you have landed over your course of skateboarding?
Well, I've landed so many, and I can't name them all.
Do you ever plan to quit skateboarding and rollerblade?
Sometimes.
All right. Well, thank you, Kramer, for taking time out of your busy, busy day for this interview.
You're welcome.
After this one.
Huh? Nobody did that.
In 5, 4, 3.
Hey, this is Isaac Hewlin, and I'm here with Daniel Doak, a good paintballer. Let's see what he has to say. So, Daniel, what kind of gun do you have or use?
Well, I have a 2005 Shocker right now, but I use like mini guns. I use Alias Intimidators. I use Angels. I use Nerves. I use all kinds of guns. I mean, but I only have my one Shocker right now, which is out getting put a new board in. It's a Shocker with a Dynasty board in it, and so that's what I use.
All right. What's your favorite type of gun?
Me right now is a Reaper Intimidator, because it's the fastest gun on the market right now, shooting over 30 balls a second, and mine only does 20. So.
All right. Where do you go to play?
Well, most of the time I go out of state to tournaments to make me some money, and half the time you win, half the time you lose, because sometimes there's actually professional paintball players that show up to play, and you know I'm nowhere near professional. So.
How Who's the favorite people that you like to go play with?
Well, mostly my team, the Reapers, which consists of people from all over the state of Tennessee, because we have tryouts every year for new players. And just recently, one of our players dropped out, so we are actually taking spots for a new player.
Who is your favorite, or would you say your favorite paintball player?
Well, there's a lot of good ones out there, so I don't really have a favorite.
What would be your favorite team for paintball?
That's definitely Dynasty. That's why I have a Dynasty board in my gun.
Have you been in any paintball videos or anything?
Yeah, I was actually in a video with these guys right here, Durder, video production team, and I'm in one of their videos in Kentucky, Bowling Green. That's where I actually met them at.
That's cool. Well, that's all the questions we have for Daniel today.
In 5, 4, 3.
Alright, I'm Justin and I'm here with Mike. We both play football for Fairview High School. Yeah, we're one. Yeah, well, we're playing Good Pasture tonight at there. It's going to be a good game. Yep. So, how do you think we're going to stand up against this Good Pasture powerhouse here?
Well, Good Pasture is a good team, but so are we. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can hold with them.
Yeah, me too. Hope so.
Word.
Okay, so how are we going to handle their running back? Heard he's pretty fast, you know what I'm saying? Cut the corners.
All we got to do is get behind the line and wrap up technique. Just play our assignments.
Yeah. So, are we going to have anything offensively going for us today, or?
We should. Should be a pretty good game, both sides of the ball.
Because, I mean, here we have some good players on offense, Clint and D-Gal, and they're pretty fast cats.
Cole and Ian.
Yeah.
Everybody. Zach.
That's what I'm saying.
Word.
We're going to be able to make positive yardage tonight, or?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Rock on.
All day, baby. All day.
All right. Well, what about defensively?
Our defense has been going great all year, and I don't see why it would stop tonight. So, I mean, we should do great.
I play defense, yeah. What kind of defense do we run?
4-3. 4-3.
Yeah.
4-3 defense.
We also run stack, too.
If that doesn't make any sense for y'all, 4 linemen, 3 linebackers.
Yeah. And tonight we're running stack, so there'll be like 4 linebackers. Yeah.
Football terminology. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, let's see what else we got here. I think that's all we got here today.
But yeah, come.
Everyone, I want to see every one of you guys tonight.
Ain't that far away.
It's only 40 minutes away. We'll see all you guys. So, that's all I got today for you. Thanks for being here with me today, Mike.
Thank you, Dad.
You guys stay classy.
Word.
Recording.
5, 4, 3.
Hi, my name is Cameron, and I'm going to be talking about the lunches at Fairview High School. Lunch at Fairview High is only 25 minutes long, and let's see. Lunch is defined by Webster's Dictionary as the regular midday meal between breakfast and dinner, when you normally eat in the middle of the day. But lunch at Fairview is not only a time for eating, it's also time for socializing, doing your homework, finishing up your homework from last night that you didn't do, and having fun with your friends and enjoying school, the little part of school that you do enjoy. But the usual lunchtime routine includes 3 to 10 minutes, which is used for waiting in line, because some of the lines are really long. Even though there is 3 lines, which does help some, but it still takes a long time to get your food and everything. And then that leaves only 15 to 20 minutes for actual eating and socializing and doing your homework. So I don't know. Most people a poll was taken, and most people at this school think that lunch should be longer, and I'm sure that most kids think that lunch should be longer. But the thing is, most students don't understand that if lunch is longer, then we're going to have to cut time out of other activities like schoolwork and biology. And if we have less time in science like biology and chemistry, then they're probably going to have more homework, which would only mean that they're going to have to do more during lunch. So it all weighs out. In the end, it just comes down to more students want more time to have fun with their friends, and that can only be possible if time's cut out of schoolwork. So it comes down to, do you want to take time out of schoolwork to have fun with friends, or are you here to learn, or are you here to have fun? So that's my report.
Cut.
Recording.
In 5, 4, 3.
I'm Haley, and I'm here with Daniel Reed, and we're going to talk about his band, the Bill Cosby Death Legion Assault Squad.
Yes, thank you, Haley.
So how long has your band been together?
Since before school let out last year. I'm not sure of the exact month, sometime around March or April of last year. We even played at the talent show last year, and we played in the talent show. We did a little videotape that's on the DVD for the talent show last year, so that was pretty cool.
So what instrument do you play in your band?
I play for a bass, and my friend Nevin plays he basically dropped the guitar. He's doing vocals, and friend Corey plays guitar, and my friend Tim plays drums.
That's really cool.
And we are Bill Cosby Death Legion Assault Squad.
Okay. Okay.
Bro.
So did y'all win at the talent show or whatever?
We didn't win, but we had a really good time just coming out and playing on stage, people cheering for us, things like that nature. And, it was a pretty cool experience, bro.
So what kind of music do y'all play? Metal or?
Yeah, we play some metal. We know a couple of Slayer songs. We know The Trooper and Aces High of Iron Maiden. A couple of Misfits songs with Last Caress, and I turned into a Martian.
Nice. So do you play is it really, really hard rock, or is it slow rock, or do you do both?
Yeah, well, the Misfits stuff is more like punk. It's basically but the stuff like Iron Maiden, that's pretty technical and hard.
Nice.
Fairly difficult, bro.
Have you ever played the guitar before? I know some people start out with the guitar and move to the bass or whatever.
I actually play both. I'm, I guess, about equal at guitar and bass. I think it gives you a better approach as a musician to learn how to play both instruments, because they help each other learn how to play each other, if you can understand that.
I comprehend. Okay, well that's about all, so woohoo.
Peace, y'all, bro.
It's filming. 5, 4, 3.
Satisfied with the same old yearbook? Each year, the Fairview High School yearbook staff sells advertisements to raise money for the yearbook. We can sell ads to businesses, parents, and students, along with faculty-run clubs. The more ads we sell, the better our yearbook can become, the more unique type of things that we can do. But if we don't sell enough, we have to take away from the yearbook. Right now, I have a member of the yearbook staff who has been on it for, 3 years?
Yes, 3 years.
Okay. Her name is Ashley Polich. So, Ashley, what's it like being on the yearbook staff? Is it fun? Do you get to do more interesting things?
It's fun and it's very interesting.
What is one of your main jobs, or what would you say you tend to levitate more towards?
Pictures.
Pictures?
Yes.
Do you go to the games, take pictures of those?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What other things do you go and take pictures of?
I have to take pictures of cheerleading and the intramurals and all stuff around the school.
Okay. What do you think is the best part about being in your book? As you said, you enjoy taking pictures, but aside from that, would you say it's fun to design it, come up with things
I like designing the pages, the layout.
What would be a page that you'd want to design?
Probably a senior page.
Senior page, that's really cool. Okay, well, that's all we have for now. I'm Caitlin Laney, and this is Ashley Polich for the Fairview High School yearbook staff.
Cut.
Talent, ready? Alright, talent. Alright, 5, 4, 3.
Why does everybody love music? Well, for one thing, music is a good outlet for kids. There are all different kinds to match all different moods. Not only is it a good outlet, it's just all around fun to listen to. It's fun to dance, sing, and it makes everything fun. Also, it's a good way to improve math scores. Studies show that learning how to use music notes and how they count will help boost students' test grades as well as their GPA. Listening to classical music while you take tests improves your scores because you are working both parts of your brain, making your brain work harder and more creatively. Some schools want to cut music programs in school or cut their budget, which most people are outraged about, saying it's something that their kids need to help keep them out of trouble and help them with math. Music is good for the mind, but it's also a good hobby to get into.
Oh
yeah.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Have you ever looked at your car and wanted a new car, but you couldn't do it? Well, there are a lot of trade-offs when you really want to buy a new car. We're going to make it easy for you by telling you one way to really make your car look cool, make it look really cool, So, I want you to picture yourself in a 1993 Ford Taurus. That's what I'm talking about, Everybody wants a 1993 Ford Taurus, right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to make it awesome, right? All right, but we got to make it awesome with some green LED underglow lights. Oh, yeah. I am serious. Everybody is going to want a Ford Taurus after you get yourself a Ford Taurus, obviously. So, I know that I'm right, so... Oh, wait, what? I know that I am. Oh, well, whatever. I mean, I already do have a Ford Taurus, but, sweet. Yeah, that means that I can get my Ford Taurus, all decked out with, like, all the 52 cars and everything, It'll look really cool. The green LED lights that I bought cost me $51. I bought it off eBay. Everything that I buy comes off eBay. eBay is awesome. And I haven't put them on yet because I haven't had enough time. But I suggest that when you receive your lights, you take them to a professional to put them on. Because if you are planning to put them on the car, then a professional needs to put them on. Because I'll probably just put mine with Ziplocs or something. Because I'm not a professional. So you need to take it to a professional. On the other hand, I'm probably going to zip tie them and everything because I'm a slacker and probably because I'll be taking them off the next few years. So you need to go buy yourself a Ford Taurus to make it look really cool.
Alright, 5, 4, 3.
In Webster's dictionary, swimming is defined as A, to propel oneself in water by natural means, B, to play in the water, or C, the act, art, or sport of one that swims and dives. In my opinion, swimming goes much deeper than that. Hi, my name is Natalie Tremblay, and I'm going to tell you my definition of swimming and why it is very important to me. My all-time favorite sport is swimming. Swimming isn't just simply moving your arms and legs to propel you through the water. It is so much more than that. Swimming is about waking up in the morning at 6 o'clock during the summer and practicing in 60-something degree water during rain or shine. Swimming isn't about beating other people and being first. It's about beating your own time and doing your personal best. To be a swimmer, you have to commit. During the summer, I get up every morning at the crack of dawn so I can go to the practice. At the morning practices, I coach the obnoxious 6 and unders as well as the back-talking 9 and 10-year-olds for a good hour and a half. After my practice begins, even though I'm 14, I swim with the 17 and 18-year-olds because I lap everyone in my age group. On a regular day, we only swim 1,800 yards, but on a good day, we can swim up to 2,500 yards. I swim all the strokes: freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly. To me, fly is the hardest because you have to get the timing of your legs and arms just right, or else you won't get very far. Swim meets are really fun. Everyone enjoys them, even though we're baking in the hot sun for 5 or 6 hours at a time. At a meet, the entire team competes, starting with the 6 and unders and ending with the 15 to 18-year-olds. The first event is freestyle, and then backstroke, and then breaststroke and butterfly, then free relays, and the medley relays, and finally the IMs. In case some of you are wondering what the different strokes are, I will explain them. Freestyle, you can pretty much just swim any way you want to as long as you get to the other side of the pool. But there's a certain way you're supposed to swim. Most people, even if they aren't a swimmer, swim like this. Breaststroke, you make a circle with your arms in front of you and come up to breathe at the same time. Then as you go back down, you kick, and your kick will look like a frog. Backstroke, you lay on your back. Your arms move like windmills and you kick like freestyle. Butterfly, in my opinion, is the hardest stroke. Your arms are moving in the same direction at the same time, kind of like swimming double arm freestyle. The kicking, I think, is the hardest part. You keep your ankles together and kick like a dolphin using your entire body. And then you have to kick 3 times the one pull. The IM is made up of all 4 strokes. You swim fly first, and then back, then breast, and last free. I absolutely love swimming. My favorite part is just being in the water, because when I'm in the water, I feel like I'm in a different world, entirely my own. I forget all my troubles and just swim. It's a great way to relax and exercise at the same time. The things I talked about are all the reasons I love to swim and how I define swimming.
Alright, go. Alright, 5, 4, 3.
September 23rd is the beginning of Mini Truckin' Nationals. It lasts until the 25th and is held in Lebanon, Tennessee at the fairgrounds. There will be plenty of things to see and do. In the afternoon, you can go down to the fairgrounds, walk around, and see all the custom trucks and cars, and even watch the burnout contest. There are also lots of booths where you can buy stuff for your car or truck and grab something to eat. But there's also lots of stuff to do at night. That is when the party starts. You can cruise up and down the strip or sit on the side of the road and watch. Lots of stuff goes on that I can't mention, but let's just say it's kind of like Mardi Gras, if you know what that's like. So if you like cars and trucks and like...
Funny, right?